All right, welcome back. We want to bring you an update. Leslie in the comments said, I think your stinky tree might be a Bradford pear. And I looked it up, and that's exactly the tree that,
That's it.
yes, that's where I'm identifying the smell coming from. It's that tree. I pass it every day.
I now have to go out and get close to a Bradford pear.
You're not going to, I promise you, you're not going to like it. You're going to come back in and say, Ava, I wish you didn't tell me to do that because they smell terrible. All right, so we've got a question from Karen. Can lavender plants be trimmed now?
I would do a little trimming on them, especially taking out the dead wood. Lavenders are marginally hardy in this area, so they do die back quite a bit. If you've got a couple of 3 inches of new growth, usually around the bottom of the plant, take out all that dead brown stuff above, let it fill back in with all that, without all that dead still being there.
Ladies, we're going to ignore Frederick because I think that's a bot, and he's not going to do anything good for you. He's probably going to try and steal your money. So Frederick needs to go somewhere else.
Frederick in the comments, just creating commotion.
Don't send him a DM. It's not worth it. Lisa asks, when can I move hostas?
I'd be moving them now. They're still fairly short. And when you move hostas and they're in full leaf, you damage the foliage so much. If you can catch them while they're still pretty small, you might cause a little damage, but all the later leaves are going to come out and the plants are going to look great. Just get them out of the ground and back in the ground, do the division if necessary, and you'll have plenty of time for the plant to reestablish this summer.
Okay, and Nick is asking, what is a good small bush I can put in my new mulch that has no sun at all?
No sun at all? Ooh. Whoa. Well, I would say that you could probably put maybe a yew in there. I'm sure that, you know, I know a lot of perennials that don't require a lot of sun. But as far as shrubbery, well, I'm going to opt out and I'm going to tell you to go to a local nursery and ask the people there. They know what plants will grow in the sun and the shade, and they'll give you a good answer.
That's better than me. My answer would have just been, I don't know, buy a fake plant. I would have said buy a fake plant.
Mary says, I just sprayed for poison ivy in my flower beds. How soon can I plant flowers?
If you read the label, most products tell you that it's going to be 3 to 5 days before you can go ahead and do any planting in that area.
Okay, and Pat wants to know, should I cut back my daffodils now that they're done blooming?
No, 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 no. You've got to let that foliage stand as long as possible. They're putting the food down for next year's flowers. So we wait until the leaves are past or at least 50% dead before we cut back the daffodils.
Here's an interesting one from Margie. It says, can I overseed with, is it zoysia seed in southeast Iowa?
If you can find it. I don't know that there is any zoysia seed on the market. You'd have to look. I've never seen it myself. Zoysia is normally done by plugs, where they literally take the sod up, cut it into plugs, and then you plug it into your yard, and it slowly knits together. I'm going to have to go online and see if there is such a thing as zoysia seed.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Craig. As always, it's a pleasure. That's all we have time for. But be sure to join our Facebook Live every Wednesday with Craig. There you can submit your questions and be part of the conversation.